kidding. Give me the press. Give me all the press. Press me like a wine grape, baby. Crush me with exposure until I'm nothing but sweet, sweet juice. Cheers, fuckers. I've lost my mind. And it should surprise no one that anyone loses their minds these days. If you go online, if you turn on the TV, if you read your fucking Slack, Teams, or WhatsApp, you more than likely have noted that people have lost their minds. I got so many Marco fucking Polos recently. Looks like all my friends got lost at Lollapalooza and are still there. It's heartbreaking. I had to delete the app. I just shut off my notifications because the ding count was reaching EDM show levels, and as previously stated, I lost my mind. So I need to keep it yacht rock in the apartment, or I'm going to start eating pillows. This is just survival, of course, because it's August, and metaphorically, or if you live in Texas or New York City, full on for real fucking actually, it's too hot out here in 2022. Some of us in the animal kingdom are sending you some signals, pinging you humans on the biological chat, because you're on that. You are in the natural Facebook Messenger group, because whether you check your notifications or not, you are a member of the animal kingdom, humans, but you never come to any meetings. Even though you named every fucking one of us, nobody asked schnauzers what they wanted to be called. Nobody consulted the quokka community to see if they were cool being called something that sounds like you gave up halfway into the name. Like, imagine you're a blobfish, but you don't know that that's your name in science. You think you're Jeff. You've been Jeff your whole life. You're going to go on being Jeff. But then you turn on Discovery Plus and you see a whole fucking documentary all about you and they're calling you a smooth-head blobfish. Like, for real, fuck you, humans. Jeff knows what he looks like and he's cool with it. But he doesn't make it his whole thing. He's just Jeff, man. Lethargy, glazy eyes, heavy panting. These are signs all there for you to notice, but you don't notice. Or you do, but it gets you about as far as drawing a cartoon dude in the 30s morphing into a dog panting just to heighten the comedy. Meanwhile, your real dog is over there melting in real life, but you're too busy. And then you got the steel-toed balls to complain about the heat from inside an air-conditioned building. Or we can hear you. The squirrels can hear you. We're all right outside. Mostly because you leave delicious treats out there like birdseed or cheese plates. And then you have the nuts to yell at us when we just want a snack, man. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, 2021 was the 6th warmest year on record. Surface temperatures were on average a whole 1.5 degrees warmer than the 20th century average. And almost 2 degrees warmer than the pre-industrial period. This is all in Fahrenheit, by the way. But honestly, if you give a shit, you're just proving my point, and you need to chill the fuck out. On Tuesday, July 19, 2022, Pampa, Texas tied its all-time record at 111 degrees. Wichita Falls soared to a July record of 115 degrees, and Oklahoma City reached 110 degrees for the first time in almost 10 years. Whilst all 120 measuring stations at the Oklahoma Masonet, that's the sexy portmanteau of the Mesoscale network. Basically, it's a bunch of in-home Simply Safe security monitors for weather systems, but you know that already. You fucking named the thing. Reached 103 degrees, which is the first time that has happened in this network's history dating to the mid-1990s. So yeah, it's not just your butt sweat. It's all our butt sweats. It's too goddamn hot, humans. It's too hot in the house, and it's the only house we got because you think the housing markets are bad on Earth. Wait till you hear about space! And yet here we are, still a month away from the fiery grip of summer letting go so we can all have a good Halloween and cuff for the winter, and you're all just ignoring the dog. For real, it's too hot in 2022. But, for those of you in the comments section with fingers and dicks ready, it's not just the temperature I'm talking about. The tensions across borders are tighter than a straw in a McFlurry. The political discourse is about as subtle as a towel snapped to your eyeball. And all the tragedies are delivering faster than Jimmy John's. It's summertime all over the everything humans, and we, the others in the animal kingdom, have been texting you all day about it. Especially those most furry of us. New York City, you've heard of it. It's a glittering cast iron melting pot of America to you, rest stop dump ground poop hutch to the pigeons of the world, and now it's the diner grill of sidewalks. with temperatures reaching 95 degrees in the second week of August 2022. The Parks Department of New York City tweeted on August 9th to warn the citizens of New York, something at this point that should just be standard texting. After last month, when the Emergency Management Department posted a YouTube video about what to do in case of a nuclear attack, made all the more insane by them not exactly telling anyone why they would be doing that. Which is the city management equivalent of waking the family up in the middle of the night on Christmas Eve for a fire drill, just because you do not think they are in fact ready for anything. But this wasn't a warning for heat stroke or anything. Nay, it was to warn the humans of New York's animal kingdom that squirrels are going to be acting a little crazy during the heat wave. Now I hear you. A crazy squirrel. Is there any other kind? And the answer is no. But it turns out, when squirrels get too hot, they lay down. They kick their back legs out, their front paws out, like they're fucking finally done with the spreadsheet, need a moment in Sphinx pose because they've been on that MacBook all fucking day. The reason they do this is because they have less fur on their front. So this helps them cool off. And a lot of your fuzzier friends in the wilderness do this all the time. It struck the NYPD as important. That's the park department. Don't get it twisted. If the New York Police Department started tweeting about squirrels doing up dog in the park, then you really should actually seriously be worried. People may react poorly to finding a squirrel lying on the stoop in a spa pose like they're waiting for their mimosas to arrive, because people are easily jarred these days. Because it's hot. Are you paying attention? Press me. But there's nothing inherently wrong, I think, about the Twitterati finally paying attention to the rest of us phylums doing weird shit when it gets hot. But what's really chunking my craw here, and it might be because I've lost my fucking mind, but what's really digging in my plumage here is that this totally natural animal behavior named warning that it's too fucking hot out here, humans, maybe help out, maybe. Out of all the names and designations that you humans have bestowed upon the rest of us fucking blood-having life forms out there, you call this behavior splooting. Splooting. The act of cooling oneself off by laying supine like fucking Caesar, a king, a ruler, that cares not for you two-legged fuckeries. Bring forth my grapes for nibbling. You dare no deign to label that most noble of behaviors the sploot. Not a royal lounge, not a kingly recline. Oh, those poor squirrels trying desperately to cool their upholstered bodies off in the noonday radiation are not doing the prostrate baronial. No, sir, they're splooting. And it's because they're cute. Furry equals cute. You can't help it. You see a fucking Komodo dragon lying on its gut, you call it laying in wait or hunting or just being an alpha. You wouldn't dare call that fucker a splooter, would ya? You gonna ask a lion what it's doing, splooting in the jungle? You got a lot of sack, humans. But I don't think there's one with the brass dangles to tell a hippo that it's splooting the day away. Because of course you wouldn't tell a hippo jack shit. They're sociopaths. Just fucking avoid it. According to humans, that's you. Specifically, Grant Barrett, a lexiconographer and co-host of the radio show Way with Words, quote, the term comes from Doggo Language, which is a form of canine-inspired internet speak that has grown into its own tongue. You've seen the memes. There's no need to explain further. That's what Google's for. But whatever, the internet's everywhere. But what's stinking in my beak here is that you're calling it splooting instead of recognizing it as the harbinger of radioactive death from the sky. New York City, it shouldn't be a surprise since you're all insane. From the actual nuclear tweet warning you got out of nowhere like an insane soccer mom making everyone take Krav Maga just because they're going to the city. Humans, I'm begging you, in no subtle terms, to look around, see the world that is your home, the grand storage unit in the cosmos, and remember that you're part of a big-ass fucking co-work space with the rest of us, and no matter how adorable we may be to you, we are professional earthlings too, and are trying to warn you that maybe, just fucking maybe, something's wrong. Maybe it's too much. Or maybe we're all just nuts. Because it's that time of the season. Here comes the sun. And there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. It's a hot town when it's summer in the city, when the weather is hot. Time for summer loving. Have you a blast. School's out for summertime, summertime, summertime.